This video chart presentation of Green Technology Solutions. It's a bullet board company trading our ticker GTSO. Right off, you just notice a stark downtrend from up well over $2 in the last 9 months, falling all the way down to a low of 4 cents. But the stock has mustered 3 straight up days, and it now is approaching a pretty strong resistance point in the 50-day moving average. So I want to keep an eye on this to see if it's going to find a true bottom here and try for the first time in quite a while to start to make some higher lows and some higher highs. MACD trending right around zero. Overall, over the last 9 months, it's a positive divergence. MACD has been trending upward as price per share has been trending down. That zero mark, often referenced as the money line, has certainly been a tough spot. MACD hasn't been able to push through it. Overall, it's a sign of bullish trend if it can push through. So that's one thing I'll really be looking for. And a lot of things go hand in hand. So I think if the price per share pushes through this resistance, we'll see that MACD go into a bullish trend. This is coming off a PPO ADX pinch. Now, typically, I like to see this negative DI way up here at levels similar to the ADX itself. But all in all, though, still, stock made a nice bounce on the pinch. You can see I actually just made a huge move from down around 7.5 cents all the way up to over 30 cents. Coming off of that, though, PPO trending back towards zero. It's exactly what I look for. Again, breaking through that zero mark is a key point for the PPO. Positive, negative DI are reversing positions. It's just a nice look overall for a reversal. MFI, definitely not getting much from that. Was buried in oversold territory. Starting to move up early, but still a long ways from that benchmark of pushing through 50. Accumulation distribution, that's reflective of all the selling that's been going on. In the very short term, looks like it might be finding a base, but again, the stock's moved up for 3 straight days. I'd much rather see a strong upward trend in the AD, but in this type of a chart, we're just typically not going to see that. Shaking money flow, it's still down in the red, indicating that selling pressure is stronger than buying pressure over the last 20 periods. This is actually a pretty nice look to the CCI. Making some higher lows. As I frequently mention in videos, bottom feeders will use the break of negative 100 as a buy point to try and catch the full rise. But technically speaking, the CCI doesn't drop a buy signal until it pushes through 100. Full stow moving upward, showing some bullish momentum is trying to build into play. And similar to other indicators of trend, upward trend going on with the tricks, but I really want to see it push through zero to go into bull mode. And again, that's been a tough point for it. Bounced off of that area twice now over the last few months. So I'll be looking for the bullish cross and ultimately trying to see it break through zero. Relative strength index, 7 has popped its way through 50, 14 registering a 50.6, just barely pushing its way through. But again, it's early on signs of momentum building into play. Now, of course, it comes down to the candles. Put a bottom support at 4 cents. If this stock does decide to pull back, it's definitely a pretty healthy fall from current levels. That's one of the risk rewards of these penny stocks. Sometimes there's not a clear-cut support level that's right near the current value. So you'd have to look at that bottom support at 4 cents. This is what I was referencing at the beginning of the video. 6 cents represents a pretty strong resistance point. It was holding as a nice area of support throughout 2013. Before late in February, early in March, it fell through it to make this new low. It's a key point for it to see if it's going to push through. Because notice how the stock's been fighting this 50-day moving average as a dynamic resistance as well. And in the grand scheme of things, you want to see a price per share over top of that key moving average to show its charts in a much more bullish position. Now, if it does push through that, it's going to meet some more resistance right there around 7.5 cents. I think that resistance is going to be strong all the way up to 9 cents, which was the top side of a basic channel coming off of that support level over about the first 2 months of this year. Now, don't get me wrong, again, there's the risk-reward factor. Support's not close, but that's a 50% upside to that resistance point. And probably more importantly, if it does break through this 50-day and goes up here and bumps its head on that resistance and then pulls back down, I want to see if it's going to hold that 50-day moving average as a new support level and try and establish a higher low coming off this bottom. And then if it wants to take another run, see if it can break through, and just in general, try and establish some sort of pattern like that of higher lows and higher highs. More resistance will come into play, probably right up there around 15 cents. I'd certainly look for it to stiffen up around 20 cents. But I'm definitely not looking that far down the road at this point. I'm staying near-term focused to see if the indicators are going to show stronger signs of bullishness for trend and momentum. Interesting chart coming off the bottom, though, and one I'll be keeping an eye on to see how it performs going forward. Those are the things that I'll be looking for in the GTSO chart, but as always, it's merely my interpretation. Thank you for watching, and trade smart.